My name is Mark Torres, and I'm a creative writing for entertainment student at Full Sail University. This is my podcast for art history. It is a review of an interview conducted with Katie Ashworth via email that will be narrated by Teresa Torres. Katie is a fellow creative writing student at Full Sail University. She is very talented, and among her work includes portraying a Disney character at Disney World. I am honored to have her opinion on how art affects creative writing. Katie, what do you see as the role of the visual arts in society today, particularly in your profession?
I think that the visual arts are one of the most powerful ways that we have to tell a story, and more specifically, easily convey the emotional aspect of a story or event. I am currently just a creative writing student, but I want to write books for children or novels for young adults. I think studying the emotions and symbolism in visual art is important for anyone who strives to be a storyteller. Learning how to clearly and concisely express what the subjects of your art are thinking and feeling is an important skill that visual art can teach everyone.
Great. Next, I'd like to ask you, new communications and media technologies make imagery almost instantly available. Do you believe this has a positive or negative effect on your industry? And if you don't mind, provide an example.
I think that there are both positive aspects and negative aspects of the instant imagery available thanks to technology. A more negative example would be the effect that it has on readers to create their own ideas and their imagination of the world and characters created in novels. A friend of mine was recently researching more about the characters in one of her favorite childhood novels, and she came across a large amount of fan art, and the depiction of the main character threw her off and now pulls her out of the story because it didn't match up with her vision. I do think that the availability of imagery can also be incredibly helpful though. For instance, if someone is reading a novel and is having a hard time understanding the setting or character descriptions because they haven't experienced anything like what they are reading, then they can readily find information that can help them to understand, in turn will be more immersed in the story.
Having answered that, what popular images do you see frequently throughout your industry?
Because I am most focused on pursuing the area of literature for children and young adults, the images I see most are things that appeal to that age group. The images for younger children often depict brightly colored toys, fun outdoor scenes, sweets and candy, or groups of kids playing or adventuring. Animals are also a popular subject. On the young adult end of the spectrum, for girls at least, the images focus more on relationships, people holding hands, putting their arms around each other, and other images that call up romantic feelings and play to the demographics longing for a picture-perfect relationship that would make teenage girls more interested in wanting to know more about the story.
Katie, who is one of your favorite visual artists, and what is your favorite visual art style?
One of my favorite artists is Edward Hopper. While he was a man of many talents, his oil paintings are my favorite. He had a gift for easily expressing human emotion, which I admire. And I remember seeing his painting, Nighthawk, as a child, and even as a 10-year-old I was captivated by each person depicted and spent a long time wondering who they were and how they got to the diner in the painting, and crafting long stories about each one of them. His creativity and talent inspired me to be more creative and capture the true essence of people in my own work.
I'd like to thank Katie for her contribution to my podcast and ask her one final question. How has your knowledge of famous artwork affected your own creative processes?
It certainly has. As I mentioned previously, when I see the attention, care, and creativity that has gone into famous artworks, I am inspired to do the same with my own work. An obvious level of craftsmanship characterizes most famous artworks, and it's clear to me how much hard work has gone into each piece. I consider myself an artist of a different sort, but I would also like each piece that I create to be known by the level of care and work that I put into it. I hope that the time and heart that I pour into my art will inspire someone else in the way that the visual art I have grown up admiring inspires me.